The men's business tonight.
Good right hand by Butterbean. Clark trying to fight back. That's it. Left-right combination. White is down and out of the ring.
A 400-pound giant nicknamed after his diet. A king who never fought past 4 rounds.
One of them can nail him a little bit, like Funmaker.
Referees knocked unconscious. Opponents launched through ropes. This is Butterbean boxing's most terrifying anomaly. Nobody expected greatness from the man who ate nothing but chicken and butter beans to make weight.
Oh, right, he goes down.
Early in his career, Eric Esch actually had to diet down to reach 400 pounds on fight night. That bizarre nutritional regimen gave birth to one of combat sports' most legendary nicknames, Butterbean, and legendary barely scratches the surface. Butterbean became the undisputed king of the 4-round fight, a title that sounds almost comical until you witness the carnage he left in his wake. In his first 70 professional bouts, he demolished the competition with 65 wins, just 2 losses, and 3 draws. His knockout percentage was astronomical.
Good right hand, left hand, down goes Dragon, hits.
The numbers tell only half the story. The other half, pure, unfiltered brutality.
Bean trying to suddenly punch him, and he does there with a right.
If you're ready to witness the most brutal knockouts in combat sports history, hit that like button and subscribe to the Band-Aid Battalion right now, because this story gets absolutely savage. George Clark learned the hard way what happens when Butterbean connects. In their matchup, Clark didn't just lose, he got erased. Butterbean walked across the ring with murderous intent, landing booming body shots that echoed through the arena. Then came the finisher, a shot to the head that sent Clark flying completely out of the ring.
The men's business tonight.
Good right hand by Butterbean. Clark trying to fight back. That's it.
His eyes rolled back as he crumbled. The fight lasted under 2 minutes. This became Butterbean's calling card. Absolute devastation delivered with shocking speed. Adam Sutton came in with a plan survive. He actually managed to drop Butterbean in the first round, shocking the crowd.
Blood on Butterbean.
Oh, and Butterbean goes down.
But survival mode only works if the monster stays down. Butterbean rose, and what followed was relentless punishment. Sutton threw everything back just to avoid a stoppage, using lateral movement and jabs to stay alive. He made it to the judges' scorecards, but that moral victory came wrapped in bruises.
What's wrong with...
Then came the Pat Jackson fight, memorable for all the wrong reasons. Jackson was exhausted, stationary, a human punching bag gasping for air. Butterbean worked him over with methodical cruelty, body shots, uppercuts, hooks. But here's where it gets bizarre. As the referee separated them at the round's end, Butterbean's momentum sent a devastating punch straight into the official's face, knocking him out cold. The referee dropped. Butterbean still won the fight.
At the end of the round, he's separating the fighters. And
only in Butterbean's world does accidentally knocking out the referee count as just another day at the office. Louis Monaco stepped into the ring looking like a bodybuilder's fever dream, chiseled, muscular, intimidating. He had the physique of a superhero. Butterbean had the physique of a man who'd never seen a gym's cardio section. None of that mattered. Monaco threw a decent uppercut early, then Butterbean threw 3 right hands, 3 knockdowns. Fight over. Monaco went down so hard the final time that he practically bounced off the canvas.
Good night. There goes Monaco.
No combinations needed, no complex strategy, just raw, overwhelming force. This pattern repeated with disturbing consistency. William Harris tried movement and speed. Butterbean chased him down for 4 exhausting rounds before the stoppage came with just 10 seconds remaining. Sean Joggin gave up significant weight and got obliterated in round 1, hitting the canvas so hard you could hear the impact echo through the arena.
Here comes Butterbean in. Good right hand, left hand, down goes Dragon, hits his head hard. Fight is over.
Kurt Allen survived 2.5 rounds before getting trapped in the corner with no escape route. Once Butterbean started throwing, the ropes became a prison and Allen's legs turned to rubber.
Allen not throwing back anymore as he leans over the rope. Jay Nady looking at him, and Nady's gonna stop it.
Even monsters stumble. Mitchell Rose handed Butterbean his first professional loss at Madison Square Garden, connecting with sharp combinations.
Might be time to stop this.
commentators were brutal. When you come to New York, you gotta be able to fight.
When you come to New York, you gotta be able to fight. Nicknames don't help you in New York.
Butterbean took the loss and did what champions do. He came back hungrier. The revenge tour was merciless. Kenny Woods got dropped by a tremendous overhand right that sent his head smashing into the canvas. Ed White got hammered with left hooks until a right-left combination sent him flying backward through the ropes.
Left-right combination. White is down and out of the ring. Fight is over.
The referee barely escaped the carnage. Billy Eaton fought Butterbean to a draw in their first meeting. Big mistake giving him a second chance. The rematch was personal. Butterbean came in like a wrecking ball, breaking Eaton down systematically until the judges had no choice but to award him the victory.
Target practice. Now it's all over.
Fighting on Oscar De La Hoya's undercards meant exposure, pressure, expectations. Butterbean thrived under the bright lights. Troy Roberts had a strategy, jab and move. It worked for one round. Then Butterbean landed an overhand right that scrambled Roberts' equilibrium. Roberts hit the canvas hard. When he rose, Butterbean closed in for the finish. One-dimensional attack? Absolutely. Devastatingly effective? Without question. Patrick Graham got sent through the ropes by what looked like a simple punch, except from Butterbean, even straightforward shots carry sledgehammer force. From every camera angle, the knockout looked equally painful. The crowd roared as Graham struggled to regain his composure outside the ring.
The knockdown. And he winks at, winks at George while you're
Peter McNeely, the man who'd welcomed Mike Tyson back from prison in 1995, thought his 49-fight experience would make a difference against Butterbean. It didn't. McNeely landed some early jabs and left hooks, showing his veteran craftiness. Then Butterbean opened up. Those wide, looping punches came with devastating force. McNeely offered little defensively. The referee stopped it in the first round, with McNeely still wondering what hit him.
Butterbean, McNeely, ready to go, and that's it. Jane 80 steps.
George Linderberger was supposed to be Butterbean's most credentialed opponent, a chance to prove legitimacy against a former WBO cruiserweight title challenger. The fight lasted 19 seconds. One massive punch. Linderberger was out on his feet before he hit the ground. Not a contest, an execution. The crowd barely had time to settle into their seats before it was over.
And then ultimately, of course, he's fighting.
Nothing about Butterbean's career makes sense on paper. A 320-plus pound man with minimal head movement throwing wild haymakers shouldn't dominate anyone at the professional level. He should be a novelty act, a sideshow attraction that gets exposed by the first competent boxer he faces. Instead, he became a phenomenon with over 77 wins and 58 knockouts in his professional boxing career. His opponents tried everything: speed, movement, jabbing from distance, going to the body, clinching, circling. Nothing worked consistently. You can't circle a man that big without ending up in another corner. You can't outwork someone whose mere presence exhausts you. And you definitely can't trade punches with someone whose single shots equal your entire combination's power. Butterbean's power transcended technique. When those fists connected, and they always connected, eventually, it didn't matter how good your chin was, how prepared you were, or how many fights you'd won before. The lights went out. Fighters who'd survived wars with legitimate contenders crumbled under Butterbean's assault.
Good right hand, left hand, down goes Dragon, hits his head hard.
The psychological warfare was real. Stepping into the ring with a 400-pound man who'd already knocked out 50-plus opponents does something to your game plan. Butterbean didn't just win fights, he created nightmares that fighters still talk about today. Opponents flying through ropes, referees knocked unconscious, knockouts so brutal they required multiple camera angles to fully appreciate the devastation. In a sport obsessed with technical brilliance and athletic perfection, this chicken and butter bean-eating giant proved that sometimes overwhelming force is its own kind of mastery. The king of the 4-round fight never needed a 5th round. 3 minutes of terror was always enough. If you enjoyed this brutal knockout compilation and want more Savage Combat Sports content, smash that subscribe button and join the Band-Aid Battalion. Hit the notification bell so you never miss when we drop another banger. Drop a comment below with the most brutal Butterbean knockout you remember. And as always, stay tough, stay ready, and we'll see you in the next one.